What's going on, everybody? Nick Menken here with Splash Sports. Today is April 16th. I am recording these games just a little bit early here today, as I am going to the Chicago Cubs versus the Arizona Diamondbacks game tonight. So none of our NRFIs or YRFIs have started for April 15th. So it's all right. Still feeling real good about the games, even though they haven't started yet. Let's roll right into April 16th games here for Nicky's NRFIs. Remember, on this show, all we care about is the first six out to the ball game, plain and simple. A NRFI means no runs first inning, while a YRFI means yes runs first inning. But before I get into my free plays, y'all know what to do. Smash that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't done so, toggle on that notification button as well. That way, every time I drop another play, you guys will be notified right away. All right, let's take a look at Tuesday's game. Starting off with game number one, we got the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Seattle Mariners here. Hunter Green will get the start for the Cincinnati Reds. He's 0-1 to start his season here. 16.2 innings of work. He's got an ERA a little higher end of a 4.86 here. 22 strikeouts, though he's clearly putting batters away, but he's given up 9 earned runs to start the season. He'll be matched up against the Seattle Mariners youngster as well, Logan Gilbert here. He's got 3 games started, no wins or losses here, 20 innings of work, an ERA of 2.66 in 23 Ks here, and he's given up 6 earned runs. Both of these starting pitchers, they're young. They're the face in the rotation of each ball club here, I should say. I think they come out and compete against each other here. I think this is going to come down to a low-scoring game, especially in Seattle, where it is a pitcher's ballpark here as well. Even though the Cincinnati Reds have been absolutely pounding the baseball, the Seattle Mariners lost 2 out of 3 to the Chicago Cubs here. They're getting Cincinnati. It's not any easier as they get this Cincinnati Reds team who has been hitting the ball. But I think Logan Gilbert gets off to a hot start here at home in his pitcher's ballpark, and he does his best work at home. That's why in game number one, between the Cincinnati Reds and the Seattle Mariners, we're going to smack the NRFI. No runs, first inning. Let's roll into game number two, where the Chicago Cubs take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Right now, the Chicago Cubs throwing out Kyle Hendricks, having a struggle to start his 2024 season here. He's 0-2 with 12.2 innings of work, an ERA of 12.08. Absolutely struggling right now. 8 Ks in 17 earned runs. He only has 12.2 innings of work. He's clearly given up, averaging more than a run per inning here. Not good for Kyle Hendricks to start his season here. And then you look at the Arizona Diamondbacks. They'll have Tommy Henry on the mound here. He's 0-1 also. 14 innings of work, an ERA of 5.79. 15 strikeouts and 9 earned runs. I'm not worried about Tommy for this Arizona Diamondbacks team. Who I'm worried about is going to be Kyle Hendricks here. Like I said, he's got 12.2 innings pitched. He has 17 earned runs. He does not get off to quick starts. Kyle Hendricks is going to give out a lot of outs with contact, meaning the guys are going to put the ball in play. No question about it. I think this Arizona Diamondbacks team gets to Kyle Hendricks here in the bottom of the first inning. That's why in game number two, between the Chicago Cubs and the Arizona Diamondbacks, we're smacking the YRFI, yes runs, first inning. Let's roll into our third and final game between the Cleveland Guardians and the Boston Red Sox here. Cleveland Guardians will have Tanner Bibee on the mound. He's 1-0 this season, 13.2 innings of work with an ERA of 5.98. He does have 15 Ks and has given up 9 earned runs to start his season here. He'll be matched up in Fenway against the Red Sox. Garrett Whitlock here. He's 1-0 on the season, 14.1 innings of work, an ERA of 1.26, 16 Ks and 2 earned runs. I think if it's anybody to get to Garrett Whitlock here, it's going to be this Cleveland Guardians top of the order, especially Ramirez there in the top of the order. They're playing here at Fenway, but let's not overlook this Boston Red Sox team, as they have been putting up numbers, especially Tyler O'Neill back there in right field here for this Boston Red Sox. A great pickup for this Boston Red Sox, as he came over for the St. Louis Cardinals, and he has, I believe it's 7 home runs, one of the MLB leaders in home runs this year. I think this Boston Red Sox team gets out on Tanner Bibee here. If not, the Cleveland Guardians like Ramirez in this spot. Smaller ballpark. He's played at it many times in his career. I think he gets to Whitlock here, who has had a lot of success this season. I think he runs into a little bit of a hiccup, especially early on against his Cleveland Guardians team. That's why in game number 3, between the Cleveland Guardians and the Boston Red Sox, we're smacking the YRFI yes runs first inning. Let's take a recap of the games I've selected for you today. Game number 1 between the Cincinnati Reds and the Seattle Mariners. We are smacking the NRFI no runs first inning. Game number 2 between the Chicago Cubs and the Arizona Diamondbacks. We are smacking the YRFI yes runs first inning. In our third and final game between the Cleveland Guardians and the Boston Red Sox, we're smacking a YRFI yes runs first inning. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Menken with Splash Sports. If you have not done so, smack that like button for me. Helps me out a ton and it costs you guys none. And if you are looking for my top play, make sure to follow me on X at Nick Menken. Best of luck and best bets.